Welcome back to 107 TV. The sun's out, it's Friday, we've been in work off, we're going to do a review on the 202 and we're going to have a round of golf. Let's go. What I love about a 202 is the boot space. You know, visiting a golf club, best thing for it. You got your golf clubs in there and loads of space. You got your caddy in there, ideal, and it's got an air ride setup from AirLift in there, and the compressor. I mean, find me a boot that can do all three of those. What do you reckon?
I think he needs to shut up.
Yeah, actually, I'll just take my. I'll use your clubs, and we'll leave him in there for 4 hours. See you in a little bit, Kyron.
See you in a bit, Kyron.
Would have been good if the hole was over there.
I mean, that's definitely gone in like a squirrel's house.
No. Oh, that's the best shot you've done today, at least.
Oh my God.
But it did kill somebody.
Yeah, literally just dropped behind him.
So, as a bit of context, it's not a cloud in the sky, it's Friday. Me and Alice have already worked really hard this week, so we thought we'll have a game of golf and we'll just take everyone along. Oh my God, that was the flukiest shot ever. Love it, Al, love it.
Igor? That's what you call a stinger.
As in it hurt the f*** out your hand?
And fucking killing me.
The name goes for the toilet activities as well.
That's the problem with kitchen roll, you see.
This is the exact same stance I do when I'm working out the fitment on people's cars. Could have rammed it for a birdie.
We go backward too, nice.
First par of the day is only hole 18. I'm joking. Like a sprinter than a caddy. Inside you. Long wheelbase.
It certainly ain't no f***ing Lupo. Oh. Middle.
You're so desperate to get on holiday again, aren't you?
On me?
Yeah. always in the beach. So it's a lovely day, and we thought, why would we want to work? Because we're always working. Everyone's paid their invoices. Me and Alice have worked hard all week, so we thought we'll treat ourselves to a Friday game of golf. And the relevance to cars and golf on this video is that
Came with a car.
Well, no. Shane's arch nemesis, Jamie Ray, who's also called Big Perm, used to call me Chubbs instead of Stubbs because he said of the amount of springs I used to cut, one day I'll end up having a false hand. So that's the relation, is that I'm actually Nick Chubbs, not Nick Stubbs. We also brung Kyron along, one to teach him some actual etiquette because he's such a rude in the garage. The other reason is because obviously it just makes the video funnier when you just rip the shit out of somebody. Plus, a third reason we brought Kyron, just look at his face, he's f***ing flapping already. We're on hole 5. We ain't even going to be able to bully him by the end of this video, because he's going to be he's going to be 10 stone of bone.
We got a garage in Blackwood. We do modified Mercedes and whatnot.
It's not, I used to be a Caffeine.
That's the one.
What's his name?
187.
What's his name?
Nick?
Nick.
Yeah, that's him there.
Come here. I got a Mercedes.
I remember you. Yeah. Yeah. See you later. Ta-da. It's lucky that, you know, 187 is so well known in the postcode that even trying to get told off by a member, you still go, oh, we know you. Don't worry about it, boys. Make a video. Do what you like. Watch this. Right on the back of your head, pal. I'm better than I thought.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Kyron, catch ya. Well done.
I never thought that.
If you want a classic that's reliable, the 202 is the car for you. There's so many engine options. And obviously once you have that platform, especially if it's a facelift, you can literally plug and play anything. So you get yourself a cheap CLK with a V8, and apart from swapping a few bits around like between the two of them, that is a plug and play application. So like I said, the most underlooked car at the moment is the 202, but can have the potential for the best popularity classic Mercedes of its time. This is going to go horribly wrong. The ball is so high above my feet. Told you. F you.
Such a piece of shit.
Shh. Ready, Kyron? If we get Kyron in the fucking bog underneath it, he can be the troll.
I think that's too big to be a troll.
No, you're the perfect troll size.
Stick that in your fucking ball. Also, before you take your shot, Al, tell us a fun fact about the 202, because it's got to be car related, this video, remember?
Fun fact, I drove a 202 daily for 3 years, did about 50,000 miles, and I didn't service it or put a spanner to it once. It is a reliable daily vehicle, and you can fit a full set of golf clubs in a boot.
Yeah, and a caddy.
And a caddy.
Yeah, lush. I love the double T. Oh. I'll tell you who else likes the double T. Kyron.
Maybe Dubby likes a double-decker sandwich.
Oh, so funny.
I hate this game. Because you said this is for par.
No, I was just letting you know. And I'll take this out for you this time.
Thanks.
Let's be fair. If I didn't fall in love with the 190, my Instagram would have been Mr. 202. Because over the years we've worked out that we steal the engines from them, we steal the locations of the starter motor, power points in the floor, we relocate the battery to the boot. Honestly, it's the most underlooked vehicle. And like I said, it's calling, the world is calling for a super fast 202 187 build, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
And like Adams is still in that cruiser stage, but you could easily, over the space of a day or two, tops, convert that to like a 55, and it's all plug and play, turnkey, burnouts for the rest of the day. So this 202, Adam, the customer, and my friend, he sorted a C36 body kit. When we did it and put the air on it, he wasn't happy with the depth of the front bumper compared to the side skirts. So we chopped it in half and put a fillet in it. Not many people would even notice that, because obviously Jake on the filler work did it so well. And yeah, it just then brings the level of the front bumper and the side skirts to the same level, basically. So we bagged it before bagging was a huge thing. We did it quite a while ago, and there was like no kits for the 202. So I made a hybrid sort of kit using the stuff that we used to do with the 190s. I mean, from presenter to PGA Tour champion, that's how you suck a dick. Look at this caddy, look at this caddy. fucking surf and turf, that's you. I bet you hate seafood, don't you?
I actually quite like fish.
I do.
Yeah, fish is incredible.
I just thought you meant like you seafood.
Ah.
And then you eat it.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
So I also raised the rear arches because Adam complained that it tucked too much on the rear, so he couldn't poke his wheels out. So Igor's going to put a clip in here of my Instagram reel and stuff where I used the front wings, brand new front wings, cut them up, measured them, put them into the rear quarters and refabbed that all in so it's got the same radius. And then we dropped the wheel size to 17 so we could have absolute perfectly flush fitment. That worked out fantastic.
Adam then bought a donor vehicle, which was a 230k. We did a 230k swap on it because it was 202 to 202. It was all just plug and play straight in. It's had an exhaust. I don't think we've done too much else to it. I don't think we've done any pulley upgrades. It's just super reliable, super sweet, 230k, get in, turn key, it goes every time. Actually, it goes really, really well for an auto. I thought it might have been a bit asthmatic, but goes really well. Just a nice cruiser, real nice.
So we're going to be doing a lot more 187 merch soon. So also done full respray on the 202, full strip down, windows out, rubbers off. Adam is very, very particular, and yeah, it's actually come back down the shop. I've got to just do a little touch up of something I missed. Silver's such a nightmare to paint anyway. I've got to do bottom of a door and then full flat and polish. So I'll be on the polish it for the next couple of days. So I thought, again, make the most of the weather because we're in Wales and have a round of golf and forget all about actually having to do work. So the
caddy training is not going well.
Yeah, caddy training. The car is actually like a 60,000 mile. We'll quote that properly when we get back to the car. Originally had grey cloth interior, which was immaculate. Adam bought a full black leather interior, so we swapped all that out with the sport seat and the extra bit of carbon. He also had electric front seat that he had to install, so we had to wire that in with a loom. That wasn't too bad actually. Again, because it's meant to be in the car, you're not heavily modifying, you're just sort of upgrading things as you go along. But yeah, we wanted to do this video more so just to cover with Adams how much stuff has actually been done when it just looks like
Bags and wheels.
it was born that way, basically. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. You. Hell. This is meant to relax us. That's what I find funny.
Oh, literally.
All the work we do in the garage, and I actually then think to myself, oh, a nice game of golf. And then I realise that actually where I'm most relaxed
Is the garage.
is in the garage, yeah, correct. Adam bought those BBSs off me. They were originally 16 to 17 stepped, but after I did the arch raising, we then dropped them down to 17, so we got perfect stance on it. With that then I also accompanied absolute solid bump stops so that he can never have an error, so when he airs it out it fits perfectly to the 2mm air gap around all the arches, so we never blow them up after we've done all this paint and graft. They're now 8.5, oh no, so I'm lying, they're 9.5 square with different sized barrels and different sized dishes, so it looks staggered, but just so you got symmetrical stretch all round. Set of Nankans as well, we haven't done them in a while, but just a little bit less aggressive than the accelerators because we were very, very close to that rear arch to getting it in perfectly. But yeah, love how these look now. I think a lot of the Mercedes are this like mid-range body. We always say, me and Alice, especially the 124s and stuff, it really needs a 17.5-inch wheel with a 17.5-inch tyre would be perfect for these cars. But some people might say under wheels, but again, Adam wanted that stocky stance rather than tuck in like they all do. I think we nailed it for sure. I think it's about time we stop trying to be too adventurous with the videos. This is the last time it's out of the garage, clearly, because it's just actually demoralising. You know what I'd rather do, Al?
What's that?
I'd rather work all week and then send an invoice and not get paid by the customer than do this.
Funny you mention it. I'm actually really enjoying myself.
Well, I am too.
I hated life until I just teed off just now. But, you know, we're getting there.
Shooting down towards the clubhouse. There's a second and first prize going here. Off your tee shot, first person closest to the hole wins Eagle's 190 that I promised him.
Decent.
And then the second prize is if you hit the clubhouse,
You get the Falcon.
you get the Falcon. Yeah, okay, perfect. So I should really, I'll just get the driver out. Off. Oh! Could have been such a great finish.
Oh, well, that's that then. Nice way to finish that. Lovely. Really glad I came out today. Thanks, guys. I'll take my check in
I'd
the
like to
post.
thank all my sponsors. Nobody.
Well, that's the 187 golf day. It was a day of highs and lows. Mostly lows, a couple of highs. But, you know, we had a nice day out at the workshop. We did a bit of team bonding. We nearly hit Kyron in the head with a golf ball. Ideal. So, you know, follow us or a 3-putt for the rest of your life. No, you can't steal that.
Thank you for watching another video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on another video.